Alright, next we're going to take a look at the 4 antenna ports on the chassis. And that is this strip right here. It's just opposite where the gimbal connections were. There's another little metal strap with 2 Phillips screws, and each of the 4 antenna cables plug onto the main chassis, and then in the other end they snap onto the antennas in the legs. On this end, the antennas are held on with a little bit of silicone, and just a little slice with a knife or careful prying with a small screwdriver just pops those off for the ones that you need to remove. In my case, I removed all 4 because I replaced all 4 antennas. If you're just going to be doing the transmit side, then you probably wouldn't need to do that. Once this cover is removed, you can see the 4 antenna ports, and they are numbered 1, 2, 3, and 4. And of course, I didn't know which ones are for the video transmit, so I got a RF meter, and I had to power the drone back up in order to find out which ones were transmitting. So just because I wanted to make sure I don't burn anything out, I plugged the wires back in for the gimbal, and these little copper strips here are grounding straps that ground the gimbal to the rest of the chassis. So I ran a jumper cable between the two to recomplete that ground circuit just in case. I powered up the drone and had my RF meter connected to these ports. Started on port 1, got nothing, and then on port, I guess it's 3, whatever that middle port is, I got a signal. Now, you probably won't need to do this because I'm telling you which ports are the videos, but it was interesting to note that I just turned the drone on without the remote control, and I didn't get anything on any of the ports. It wasn't until I turned the remote control on and actually had that link that I started to get a signal. The first port, I'm going to back up one there, this first port that I got power on, and again, I don't know if I have the settings on this meter right, and I didn't really care. All I was after was finding out which ones transmit. But we'll just assume the numbers are right. I got 17.56 milliwatts. The second port, I only got 10.97. Don't know why. Don't know why it's different, but at this point I didn't really care. Though on mine, and I believe they would all be the same, on mine, the middle 2 ports are the ones that transmit the video back to the remote control. These 2, number 1 and number 4, are the receive that are getting the signal from the remote control for your control. And now we'll take a look at separating the shell first by removing the screws that hold the motor in.